Boy, howdy. Woo-hoo. Trucking is not for the faint of heart. Oh, my goodness. Woo, man. So, picked up a load in um, Whidbey Naval Air Station, Washington State, bringing it down to the Naval Air Station in Fallon, Nevada. And I'm about 150 miles from there, and I broke down last night. Started hearing a loud whining noise, and pulled over and figured out it's coming from the transmission. Did some research. It looks like it's calling for an input shaft bearing. Ah, yeah. So Mercer came and got the trailer to put it in a secure lot because it's a military load. And I thought maybe that I could limp the truck 25 miles from here to the shop, but I got, about 2 miles up the road and just pulled over at this Sinclair in the middle of Winnemucca, Nevada. It's in the middle of nowhere. Man, this load was paying halfway decent too. You know anything about Washington State, it's hard to get decent paying dry van loads out of there. And this one was paying 273 a mile, coming down here, almost 900 miles. So it wasn't a bad paying load coming out of that area. Only reason why I was in that area in the first place is I took a load from Greenville, North Carolina to Canada. I had 3 stops in Canada, finally out in Delta, British Columbia. That load paid a little over $10,000. And it was like $3.19 a mile, paid $10,000, whatever. So after Mercer's deductions, I took out $2,500 for an advance for fuel and everything. After Mercer's deduction, I think I was left over with like, I don't know, $6,250, something like that. I paid myself $1,250 and put the rest in maintenance. And that's why I say it's so important to build up your maintenance, Like, I mean, once you've got $20,000, $30,000 saved up in your maintenance, then you can pay yourself more. But until you get to that point, you need to pay yourself just enough to survive until you have um, a nice cushion in your maintenance account. Because if your truck goes down and you can't afford to fix it, that puts you out of business. I mean, if you pay yourself too much and your truck goes down and you don't have enough money in your maintenance account, that puts you out of business. So I'd rather pay myself a little now, have a healthy maintenance account, and then maybe pay myself a little more later. But anyways, so yeah, that's why I always emphasize how important it is to put money away for maintenance. It's been a really rough 3 or 4 months. I mean, just kind of breakdown after breakdown. Uh, I was bragging a few days ago about the only time I've ever had to put this truck on a tow was when I initially got the truck and, took it to get a rebuild. But I just called the tow company. They're going to come out. It's about $500 to go 25 miles, which isn't terrible because I definitely have had or heard worse. But it would just be a lot cheaper to do it that way versus having someone come out here, figuring out what's wrong, then having to go get the parts and come out here and then like no one wants to remove a transmission, in the middle of a parking lot, and rightfully so. So man, we'll see what happens, but this is probably gonna cost about $3,000 and minimum of 3 days down, minimum. And I mean it's in the middle of nowhere. I didn't see any Freightliner dealerships. I'm pretty sure they have a way of getting parts or whatever, but yeah, it's just been one thing after another. I mean, it's a really good thing that I had that good run, and this one was actually going pretty good. Um, I had another load picking up in Reno, only 60 miles away after I dropped this load off today, and then that was taking me to Houston. Then Houston, I was picking up in Dallas, going to North Carolina. Um, and I mean, the one from, yeah, and they were all paying, decent. So that would have been another really good, having back to back really good weeks would have been awesome. But it is what it is, trucking isn't for the faint of heart. That's why you always have to be prepared. I mean, I said I was going to start doing more of my own work this year, but I'm in no position to do this and, taking off a transmission in the middle of a parking lot. That's not happening. So I'm at the mercy of the shop. I've had good reviews about this shop, so we'll see what happens. So far so good because it doesn't seem like the tow truck company is like trying to take me to town. Like, like I said, $500 is not bad for 25 miles. I've called on some before and they pretty much are like $1,000 just to go literally 1 mile down the street. So, it gets freaking ridiculous. But anyways, I'll keep you guys posted. But looks like this will be the first time I've had my truck. Um, on the hook since I've had it. So I'll get back to you. $11,218.68 is what I ended up paying to have the truck repaired. Ended up needing a new transmission. So it really sucks. First of all, let me say shout out to Tim. He saw one of my videos and reached out to me one time via email. So I reached out to him to you know, get some advice and everything, and he helped me out pretty good. Did I get ripped off on this? In hindsight, I think I did a little bit. I think that the price should have been anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 cheaper. But it is what it is, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, man, because I mean, this breakdown for January, $11,218.68. Actually, so repairs and parts for January, I spent $12,000.69. $12,069. And down for 12 days. In December, I was down for 7 days and spent $4,464. And then in November, I was down for about 10 days and spent just a little over $3,000 in parts and repairs. So in 3 months, that's $20,535. It's freaking crazy, man. For the year 2025, I spent a total of $21,719.73 on repairs and parts. Now that's including, like, you know, just like regular routine maintenance and also tires. But I only drove 49,000. Only put 49,315 miles on the truck last year. That's 44 cents per mile. 44 cents per mile is what my cost per mile was for maintenance last year. That is ridiculous. Hard to keep up, man. Hard to keep up. But yeah, so $11,218.68 was the total for the repair bill, plus another $450 for the tow, and another $300 in hotel fees. Would have been more, so that's a total of $11,962. Would have been more, but luckily I've got family in California, so I jumped on the Amtrak and went to Cali. So, oh man. Well, let's break it down. So pretty much in a nutshell, got a reman transmission with a 1-year warranty, 10-speed. Replaced the clutch, sent the flywheel off to get resurfaced, and everything else that, you know, entails doing a transmission swap. So the Weller transmission, Foxtrot Romeo 016210 Charlie, was $5,378.98, and that was from Weller. Apparently Weller is a nationwide transmission dealer. And in hindsight, I should have ordered the transmission from Weller myself. But you know, hindsight is 2020. You know, it is what it is. Let's see here. The clutch was 1045. I didn't really need a clutch. This clutch has about 300,000 miles on it. I barely even use clutch anyways to shift gears, but I was like, you know, whatever, since you know, since the transmission is off, might as well replace it. Clutch brake, $85. Trans cooler, $114. Pilot bearing, $75. Rear seal, oh, I had a rear seal leak, so they had to replace that. Rear seal, $148. Fuller clutch housing gasket, $29. Speed sensor, $78. 4 gallons of 50 weight synthetic, $316. Engine oil and filter, $55. Trans cooler lube flush fluid, $16. 14 gallons of 1540 engine oil, $96. So pretty much in parts, charged me $7,503.68. And then in labor, $2,925. Originally, he quoted me 21 hours in labor. I think it ended up being like 19 hours in labor. I will say his labor was only $150 an hour, which isn't bad, but I feel like he did overcharge me on the hours. Everything research that I've done for transmission swap like that, and you know, clutch and freaking sending the resurfacing the flywheel and rear seal, 15 hours max is what everything that I've seen. And so finally, he charged me 19 hours. And so, whatever. I tried to negotiate with him prior to and after, but he wasn't budging. Now, one of the reasons why I didn't order the transmission myself is because, now he said he was all right with it. He was like, hey, I'm all right with you outsourcing the transmission if you want to. I kind of felt like if I did that he would, find a way to overcharge me somewhere else. And I still think that he would have done that. And I'll tell you why here in a second. But I mean, I was in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if you know where Winnemucca, Nevada is, but it is in the middle of nowhere. There's no dealerships close by. There was no other shops nearby. I mean, so pretty much he was my only choice. I mean, or I could tow the truck to Reno, which I think Reno is probably about another 120 miles from there. I mean, at the end of the day, I probably would have came out about the same. But like I said, I feel like he overcharged me for labor. I feel like it should have only been about 15 hours. Even if it was 16, 17 hours, he charged me for 19. There's really nothing you can do about that, though. And then with the transmission, he lied to my face. I actually called Weller myself, and the price for the transmission was actually $3,800 with the core charge of $1,500. He told me that the actual price of the transmission was what he gave me, $5,378. Then the core charge would have been another $1,500, so would have made it the transmission pretty much $6,900. And that's a reman transmission with a 1-year warranty, $6,900. Everywhere I call, I don't care, nationwide, there is no freaking reman transmission going for $6,900. Not this kind of transmission, anyways. So he lied to my face about that. So that's why I believe that even if I had ordered the transmission myself, he would have found a way to stick it to me in another area. And like I said, in the middle of nowhere, I didn't have a lot of options, so I kind of had to go with it. But I'm pretty pissed off about it. Maybe I should have took my core with me. But where was I going to put it? In the trailer. How was I going to put it in the trailer and take it with me? Plus, I had to pick up another load. So, he got me. He definitely got me. I definitely got on this one. Learn from my mistakes. You learn from my mistakes. I'll learn from my mistakes. Definitely always call around, and I did. Like I said, shout out to Tim. He helped me out, and I called to different couple places, did some research. But at the end of the day, this guy lied to my face because he charged me $5,378 for a reman transmission. Now, granted, if he paid $3,800 for it, even if he did a 15% upcharge, which is 10 to 15% upcharge, which is reasonable, the transmission still would only been $4,300. So he still overcharged me by at least $1,000. And like I said, he overcharged me in labor, So, but it is what it is. Truck's running good. I'm back on the road up here in Washington State, picking up a load, going to Maryland. Gonna be a nice little drive. So hopefully the truck will hold up, man. I mean, if I can get the truck to, if I don't have any other major breakdowns or downtime for the next 6 weeks, preferably 12, but for the least next 6 weeks, I can kind of recoup some of my money. Like I said, I don't pay myself a lot, so the more money that I can put back into my maintenance account, I feel a lot better. But I cannot afford any more major breakdowns between now and for at least 6 weeks, because it's not even the breakdowns that kill you, it's the downtime. I mean, just adding this up, 12 days, 7 days, that's 29 days of downtime that I had just in the last 3 months, or in the last quarter, you know, or November, December, January. 29 days. You can't make any money that way, man. So yeah, I know you guys are going to tear me up in the comments about how I got gypped on this repair, but like I said, I tried to negotiate with the guy beforehand. I tried to negotiate with him afterwards, and of course he lied to my face. I really feel like I really didn't have that many options, at least any that would save me any significant amount of money. But I know for sure he lied to my face when it comes to how much the transmission was in the core, because there's no way that you're paying $6,900 for a reman transmission anywhere in the United States for this particular model. But hope you guys learned from my mistakes. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe, and check out some of these other videos. Man, oh man, not for the faint of heart. Anyways, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Hard times don't last, hard trucks do. And last but definitely not least, stay smooth, my friends.